Hey y'all, welcome to another episode of Figuring Shit Out. On today's episode, we're going to be talking about a topic that is very near and dear to my heart. This is something that I have been learning, intentionally, over the past 2 years or so. This is one thing that a lot of people have on their resolution list, which is getting healthy physically. A lot of people want to lose weight. A lot of people want to look toned. They want to fit whatever beauty standard is in their mind. And we're going to be talking about body dysmorphia. We're going to be talking about having a healthy relationship with food. We're going to be talking about body positivity in general. So, without further ado, let's get into it. What is body positivity? For me, body positivity means celebrating your body in whatever shape or form it is. It's a form of self-love that is genuine, giving yourself grace to go through different phases. If there's anything that I have learned being on fitness journeys and things like that, it's that the body changes. You are going to go through a lot of changes, especially as women. There is so much pressure to look a certain kind of way and fit a kind of standard that honestly might not even apply to you because your body makeup is different from the people you're trying to look like. There is so many things that go into this that I feel is not stressed enough. So we internalize this standard and we say, you know what? This is exactly what I want to look like. And if you end up not looking like that, you stress over it and it causes a lot of mental health issues. Let me use myself as an example. I've gone through different sizes in my life. And I just had to come to terms with the fact that in life, change happens. As a woman, a lot of change happens, and you should honor every phase. Now, I'm not saying don't try to get better. I'm not saying if you genuinely want to lose weight, you shouldn't. But I think there should be a mind reset or a mindset analysis when you choose to go on a weight loss journey. I have lost a lot of weight in my life. I have gained a lot of weight. I have been in the middle. I've been fit. I've been unfit. So I have done it all when it comes to shapes, sizes, all of that. Yeah. But one thing that rang through all those phases is that I never really appreciated my body at any point. I remember when I lost a lot of weight, I was like, oh my God, like if I had more ass, if I had more boobs, which was crazy because when I gained a lot of weight, I'm like, oh my God, I wish I could lose all this weight. One thing is, your photos will remind you. So like sometimes I would scroll through my pictures and I would be like, oh, I was so skinny back then. But when I transport myself back to the mentality I had then, I was focusing on my tummy not being fat enough, on my ass not being big enough, whatever I wanted. It was always changing in my head. Chicken. And it's like the body dysmorphia was real. Now, what is body dysmorphia? If you're not familiar with the term, body dysmorphia is this over analysis of your flaws, of your body flaws, the things that you want to change so bad, and never really being satisfied with whatever form your body is. Because the thing is, you have a goal, you have an ideal body in your mind, and you work towards it. Even when you get it, you still feel like there is more to do. I remember when I lost a lot of weight, people were complimenting me. It was nice to be complimented, But deep down in my mind, I still wasn't satisfied. I was like, should I lose more weight? Now I don't have ass anymore. I need to grow some ass. There was a lot. Then I realized either I was thick or thin or in the middle. I was never gonna be satisfied until I changed my state of mind. This was triggered by a particular event where I was working out so hard in the gym one time and I legitimately fainted. And I think this is a dark side of the fitness world that people don't talk that much about. I really fainted. I never fainted in my life. That was the first time I fainted. And I was working out. Now, consider it all. On the outside, people were complimenting me genuinely for losing weight. But I was not healthy. I looked skinny or whatever, but I wasn't healthy. I wasn't eating. I was starving myself. I wasn't trying to keep my foot down because I was so scared of gaining weight. And this was also triggered by my ex at the time telling me I was fat. It was just a lot. And I did everything in such an unhealthy way. Yet, people were looking at me from the outside saying, oh, you look so good. You lost all that weight. Which is so interesting. This was when I was living in the US, right? Moved to Nigeria. I was relatively skinny. And a lot of the conversation that I had with people in Nigeria was that, oh my God, you are too skinny. Like, you need some meat on your bones. Everybody knows that in Africa, we appreciate a little. We appreciate a little, a little chunky chunk. But I was over here fitting this other beauty standard. And in Nigeria, they were like, dude, you're too skinny. What's going on? Why are you not eating? How will you come from America and be skinny? And I was always very defensive. I was like, no, I just don't want to be fat. And I'm like, oh, I'm doing fitness, whatever. But I realized that I was doing it wrong. My relationship with food has been dysfunctional for a very long time. If you know about Nigerian diet, it's not the richest. Let's be honest. Like, our day-to-day diet in Nigeria is not the richest. We have rich meals, don't get me wrong, but typically we don't eat in a balanced way, if that makes sense. And also, I come from a background where we fasted a lot, so eating breakfast was not a thing in my house for the most part. We're not very conscious of it. My mom tried. My mom really, honestly, shout out to her. She tried. But, old habits die hard, It wasn't after the incident of me fainting because I was starving myself and working out hard to just fit a certain aesthetic, which I ended up not liking because I felt I was too skinny. It was just a lot. I would look in the mirror with my flat belly and everything. I would be like, oh my God, I need to lose more weight. I need to gain more bumps. There was just, the body dysmorphia was just real. I just felt like I wanted more. And every time I achieved a goal, I would want to go the opposite way. It was madness. So that was when I realized that, you know what, girl, you need to eat. If you don't eat, you will continue fainting. You need to find and establish healthier relationship with food. I started being more intentional about eating and enjoying the foods that I like and being more conscious of what I put in my system. Got to a point where, I was scared of going to the gym. I was scared of working out again because, of what happened. When I got back into working out, I was quite inconsistent. but I was still building my relationship with food at the time. So I gained some weight. I'm like, I now gotta lose weight, whatever, whatever. But I made it a plan that this time I'm going to treat myself in a kinder way, and I'm gonna eat. I'm not gonna starve myself. And I will also work out, and I will feel good within myself. I will do everything in a healthier way. So I started doing my research, and yeah, I'm now on, I think, a better fitness journey than I have ever been on. And I am loving it. There's some fitness influencers that I have chosen not to follow. And this is because they preach starvation a lot. They preach cutting back on foods you love, which I honestly don't support. Not even just cutting back on it, just eliminating foods. I don't support that. And I try to curate what I see to what is going to positively affirm where I want to be. Now, obesity is a disease, and I don't want to be obese. I've relatively been an active person for a very long time. It's just I've never really been consistent, and this is because my mindset was to fit an aesthetic. It was not to be healthy. But I'm getting to the point where I'm emphasizing health more than aesthetics, and learning to love myself in whatever shape my health journey takes me. Do you get? Because I'm someone that when I start working out, my arms get big faster and my thighs get big faster. There's been this fear of mine that, I don't want to look manly. But you know what? I'm at that point where whatever my weight distribution wants to do, let it do it. Of course, I'm being more cognizant about what I eat, but not in a starvation way, and not in a, I'm eliminating foods I love way. Resting better, and also just reflecting on how certain lifestyle choices make me feel. It's rerouting my mindset, basically, and trying to just be healthy and be more body positive, and not let things that are not that serious to get to me. Cellulite is beautiful. Everybody has it at some point. Stretch marks are beautiful. People have it at some point. A lot of these fitness influencers, they starve themselves. They throw up after eating. They are on steroids. They live lives that are not sustainable. And we look up to these people and say, you know what, this is what I want to be, which I don't think is right. I think you should listen to your body and treat your body with kindness, regardless of whatever anybody tells you. And you should be more cognizant of who you listen to for, self-help in general, especially when it comes to your physical and mental health. You should be very careful, because a lot of people have these toxic ideas. It's important to be able to discern what is good for you and what is not, regardless of whatever aesthetic they're trying to push. Because the truth is that two people can do the same exact fitness program and eat the same exact way, but guess what? The results might not be the same, because everybody has different fat distribution, everybody has different genetic makeup, and everybody looks different, and that is okay. So it's better for you to learn who you are, learn yourself, and see at what point you are actually healthy. And I think this is what is going to sustain your fitness growth, and just make it a lifestyle thing more than an aesthetic thing. So that's what I am personally learning, and yeah, I'm excited for this. I don't check skills anymore. I'm really not checking skills. I will possibly at some point, but to see like my growth and my progress. But I'm not emphasizing it anymore. I'm just moving more. I'm doing things that feel good, just enjoying it and loving it, because honestly, I am a person that like to be active. I like an active lifestyle. I like gym. I like working out. I used to run track when I was in secondary school. Um, I've always loved to move in one way or the other. So this is something that is fun to me, and I don't want to necessarily attach it to aesthetics. I just want to do it because it makes me genuinely feel good. So that's where I'm at, and I hope I continue in this mindset. And every time you look at yourself in the mirror and you are getting on yourself about not looking your best, don't do that, because you're a bad bitch. Nobody else has the genetic makeup and everything that makes you unique like you. You can be on a fitness journey and love yourself through it. And I think everything that we do out of love lasts, as opposed to things that we do out of hate. Because if you do something from hate, it's not sustainable. But love, from my experience, is something that lasts. So when you do your fitness journey, or whatever journey you decide to go to through, sorry, out of self-love, I think that is what is going to sustain it. So that's all I've got for you guys this week. Let me know how you guys are focusing on body positivity. Let me know what your experience has been with fitness, with the fitness world, fitness lifestyle. And let me know how you feel about food and things like that. So I'm excited to hear from you. Have a lovely rest of your week, and I'll see you again next week on Figuring Shit Out. Remember, in this life, no one has it figured out. We are all taking it one step at a time, one day at a time. Till next week. Love, peace, and all that good shit. Bye.